Hello, everyone, and welcome to iReddit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Wednesday, March 15th, 2017. I am Michael Schwan.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
Please remember, everyone, you can help support our show by going to patreon.com/dailyinternet. Nathan, how are you today on the Ides of March?
I'm pretty good. I watched some cool shit go down today, but
Yeah?
we'll talk about that later.
Cool. Was it at your job?
Yeah, it was.
With the work and the stuff?
Yeah, it was pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah?
In more ways than one.
Yeah. Did it involve crazy people? Is that why?
Yeah, a couple of them.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're too far away from your microphone.
This damn microphone.
It was only when you leaned back, like when you did that, like you started just getting too far away.
Yeah, whatever.
Man, you sound fucking weird.
What?
I don't know. I think it might be on my end. Like with
No, my headphones are breaking. I can't hear you.
You can't. No, everything.
There we go. I fixed it.
So everyone, I'm sending out a goddamn plea at the moment right now. So we actually need to upgrade some stuff, primarily my computer, because with all of the new stuff set up the way it is, my computer's kind of crying, trying to actually do everything. I need more RAM. I need a new CPU because my CPU is bouncing between 85 and 95% usage with our full setup going.
Your computer and me both, man.
Yeah. You yourself need an upgrade. Just you.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed. It's true. That's all right, dude. I need an upgrade to my skeleton. My bones crack all the time.
Just take it out.
Yeah, just take out the bones. They're not needed.
Oh man, that reminds me of an interesting D&D setup.
But yeah,
you can grow flesh back on a skeleton.
Seriously,
if you grow flesh back on an animated skeleton, is it a zombie?
Yes. Sure.
Or is it just a skeleton wrapped in flesh?
I don't know.
Or are we all just skeletons wrapped in flesh?
I mean, technically, that's accurate.
Hey, woke friend.
I mean, technically, yeah, that's what we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What are we doing? Oh yeah, news and stuff and show and things. Don't judge me.
That's too late.
Oh, okay. 10. Father who beat man to death for raping his 5-year-old daughter faces no charges in Texas.
This was submitted by Doug Dante to Our Men's Rights.
So the actual what happened like 2 years ago, but they've been going through the whole legal process and stuff like that. So the dude's son was like, "Hey, some stranger just showed up," and the son was like 7. Said some stranger showed up and just took sister away, and he found them. They were in a shack when both the little girl and the dude's underwear were off, and he beat the dude so much that the dude died. Tried to save the dude's life after he beat the shit out of him. Dude ended up dying anyway. And Texas said, it was like, okay, well, you're going to go to jail for manslaughter. And Texas was like, yeah, actually, no. I mean, he was on his property. So, I mean, the dude was trespassing. The dude was kidnapping. The dude was, trying to commit statutory rape and assault. And he was defending his family. So, actually, we're just going to let this dude go home.
Probably not just statutory rape. There's probably counts of actual rape as well.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
No, that's not saying statutory rape isn't actual rape. Statutory rape is very much just rape. It's all rape.
Yeah, statutory rape is what they use. Yeah, okay. Anyway, semantics. But yeah, so good job, Texas, not being horrible people, and yeah, good job. Yeah. That's a feat. Congratulations. Oh, but everyone, Nathan can see me now.
Yeah, I can.
He can see the video.
Yeah, but it's lagging by like a second and a half.
Yeah, there's no way to fix that though.
I hope it. I hope it doesn't actually.
What, like on the YouTubes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it does. I don't know. I haven't actually checked.
Here's hoping.
1, 2, 3. Just. Is my audio in time, or is it like 1, 2, 3? Did my fingers go up at the same time, or no?
I can't see your fingers because that part of my screen's blocked off.
1, 2, 3. Can you see?
Oh yeah, if you weren't like fucking with your second finger, you're like 2. What's 2?
1, 2, 3.
much better.
Ah, damn. Yeah, I apparently am just gonna need to get a new. Yeah, my CPU's at 97%, so it's giving me strange ass audio from you.
That's weird.
Well, I mean, it can't process everything, so I'm getting bad audio sometimes.
I hope my audio isn't bad for the podcast.
I don't. Well, I mean, probably, because if what I hear is everything that comes through, like sometimes it's fine if my CPU isn't maxed out, but if my CPU is maxed out, I get bad audio.
It's not my snowball, is it?
Good question. I don't know. Hold it right here, just right up to the mouth.
I mean, it's just lift.
There it is. You actually sound a lot better when it's right there, by the way, just so you know. Like,
should I have it like right here?
Actually, yeah. If that was an option, like if you could make that happen, well, maybe not right in front of your mouth, but
I'll just hold it like this.
I mean, if you like bring it off to the side so that you know people that actually watch the video can see you speak. No. Okay, all right. Well, what?
I mean, it's gonna be lagging by like what, a second, anyway.
Ah, damn! Even there, it still did it. God damn it! I don't have the money for a new processor. I don't have the money for RAM. I don't have the money. Yeah, disappear. Pull a Thomas Sanders.
I'm just gonna talk from right here.
Okay.
9.
World's biggest fund manager threatens to oust company directors who ignore climate change.
This was submitted by Arbili to Our Uplifting News.
So this makes me sad. Not sad. No, this makes me glad. Damn it, words, stuff, and things. Actually, you know, the other thing is it might just be Hangouts. I don't know. This is our first time using Hangouts instead of Skype for the audio stuff.
Because Skype fucked up on us.
Because Skype's rude. Anyway, so a company that I'd never heard of, BlackRock, which is worth $5.1 trillion, is taking a stand on climate change, and BlackRock is a huge investment company. They're the people that manage people's investments, and they have the power to say whose money goes to where, and they decided that if you don't want to take a stand and be aware of climate change, that you just don't get their money, and will oust people in control that don't agree with climate change. Because they're like, this needs to be something we're concerned about, and if it means that we have to remove the people from companies that say, you know, they don't agree with it, then we will do so by just flexing our $5 trillion muscle.
Because it's kind of real, you know?
Oh, just a little bit.
No, I mean, it's not just China, guys. It's actually real.
Well, and the thing is, even if it was just China, that doesn't change the amount of effect it's having on the world. Like, if it was just China, but it was still having such detrimental effects, it would still need to be addressed and a concern.
I mean,
especially because... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, we should probably get out of coal in general.
Well, the other thing is just even if it was just China, a lot of the the pollution comes from like factories and stuff, which not all of them are Chinese companies. Look at you,
yeah,
Trump.
There's a lot of scumbags around the world, huh?
It's true. You are not wrong.
Actually, I was reading an article earlier about a bunch of truck drivers in Eastern Europe being paid basically like $148 a week to drive these giant trucks full of IKEA products across Europe.
Sounds safe.
I mean, technically it is safe. The UN's still up, so you can do that. But like, the problem is you're paying people $148 a week for something that you should probably be paying them at least $1,000 a week, probably
more actually.
Yeah,
like driving a big truck in America pays you pretty damn well.
Yeah, especially up here.
Well, yeah, because it's real dangerous up here.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say we had a TV show about it.
We did. I don't know if it was good or not.
It was not.
Oh, okay. Australia to ban unvaccinated children from preschool.
This was submitted by Specs to Our World News.
So it's exactly what it sounds like. Right now they have a 93%, 93% vaccination rate of children in Australia. They want to raise that to a 95%, and basically they said you're not allowed to go to daycare, to preschool, anything like that if you can't prove that your kids have been vaccinated. The reason that they're not shooting for 100% is, one, that's not really feasible, and two, 95% is what's required to ensure that enough people are vaccinated to prevent the spread of dangerous diseases and infections and things like that. The only concern over this is that not like it's not that every parent doesn't want their kids to be vaccinated. Some parents can't afford to get their kids vaccinated. And that's the only takeaway from it is it's like the kids still need cared for because their parents are, probably going to work or some stuff like that, but they are working, the minimum wage jobs and don't have any care or anything like that allows them to actually achieve the money needed to vaccinate. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword.
I feel like certain things should just be subsidized altogether. Vaccinations should be one of them, in my opinion.
Yeah. The thing is like subsidization works for a lot of things, but the money still has to come from somewhere.
Right. I understand that. Just I feel like certain things should just be free.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know. I definitely understand and agree on many things. It's just a matter of like figuring out how to achieve that.
Yeah.
I mean, our state is broke as shit and is still broke as shit and is going to continue to be broke as shit.
Telling you, export water.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but I don't know how. I don't know if the logistics for that are possible.
I'll design it.
Do it, son.
Why not?
7.
Jeff Sessions. Marijuana is only slightly less awful than heroin.
Oh, God. This was submitted by Hertz Donut to R Not the Onion.
Oh, damn. Hurts, don't it? Yeah, it does. So, the new Attorney General for the United States of America.
I'll tell you what, this may not be the Onion, but it makes me cry just as much.
It's true. So, he came out to say that he believes that marijuana is only slightly less awful than heroin and that it is just as much of a life-wrecking dependency as things like heroin, and that our nation needs to destroy the use of these drugs as they will destroy your life.
People who are using them?
No. And he wants to reinvigorate the war on drugs campaign from the 80s and 90s about discussing the dangers of drug use and addiction and educate people about the terrible truths of marijuana.
Can you back it up with some science?
He's got none. That's just what he's saying.
Okay.
But don't worry, though. Alcohol and tobacco still 100% okay.
Yeah.
The logic.
Even though they cause tons of cancer and
the logic is so bad. Like
alcohol is rampant, so much so that you need dry counties. And...
Like I understand the marijuana is bad argument. Like I can see it on certain levels, but compared to alcohol and just general tobacco, your argument is null and void.
I feel like we should be talking less about how awful some stuff is and more about
how beneficial some stuff is.
No, doing things in moderation.
Sure.
Because everything is dangerous in excess.
No, that's true. And also, I mean, I could see both for all products limitations set on when and how much you can use it and get it and stuff like that, because there is proof that shows that regular marijuana use below the age of 25 does have detrimental effects on the growth and development of the brain, but that can also be said for things like alcohol and tobacco. Not necessarily about the brain, but there are analogous situations that can be presented.
Alcohol with the brain for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, people are like, man, I think you should be able to drink at the age of 18. And, when I was like 17 and dumb, I was like, yeah, you should be able to drink at the age of 18. And I'm like, maybe not.
I get kind of iffy on a lot of the 21-year-olds.
Yeah, they're real fucking dumb. Of course I was too.
I'm not much older than 21, but still.
Yeah, there's this like fine line of like 2 years younger than us where everyone gets real dumb.
Well, I mean, that's really pretentious of us because we're basically saying we're not dumb, but we're really dumb.
Yeah, I feel like we're dumb in different ways.
We're just more articulate about smart things.
We're more articulate about smart things.
Smart things.
Smart things. Yay.
It works.
Now, that said, none of this is actually going in, like, this isn't a policy or anything like that. It's just things that he would like to see and his presented opinion.
Well, again, I hope, and I want
You're
to stress
entitled
this,
to your wrong opinion, sir.
I hope we get onto the discussion sometime. Less about trying to fight people who are having problems with drug abuse and more about moderation of use.
I will fight you.
1v1 me, bro.
1v1 me, bro. Okay, where are we?
6.
Horribly unfunny. Amy Schumer's Netflix special trashed in reviews.
This is submitted by spiritual successors to our television. Man, everyone's like shitting on Amy Schumer recently.
I have never liked Amy Schumer. I've never found her funny, ever, whatsoever, in any way. Like, I don't find anything good about her. I don't find her humor good about her. She's not enjoyable to listen to. I don't think she has a good voice. I don't think she's attractive. I just do not like her in general in any way as a person. And
I like the John Cena bit in that movie that she had.
What was that movie?
Trainwreck?
Yeah, Trainwreck.
I only remember that because that was the name of my first pipe.
Trainwreck? Was it a train? Did it look like Thomas the Tank Engine?
No.
No? Oh, now I'm disappointed. So anyway, she recently released Amy Schumer, the leather special, because she's wearing a tight-fitting leather outfit for this special. And it currently has a 1-star average review on Netflix across 860 reviews.
I have to watch this.
So, couple of these quotes. This is as funny as an autopsy, and as graphic and as funny as I would imagine a public beheading to be.
Ooh.
Absolutely horrible. Amy is one special away from being broke and homeless. Female comics are the best. Amy is not.
Wow. Now that's brutal.
Not only was this terrible, now I have to look at Amy Schumer in full leather every time I log in. Please take this off the banner. This special was an insult to stand-up. Amy used to be pretty funny, but I couldn't even make it past 10 minutes.
That's so rude.
Odd. She pauses to accommodate for the applause after the jokes, but there are no jokes, so there is no applause. She gets some pity applause, but it's very odd to watch her on the stage. Full disclosure, I couldn't watch the entire thing.
Wow.
Literally terrible. Do not waste your time. I attempted to watch this shit comedy special, and it literally made me just want to spend the day outside.
Jesus Christ.
So you know when your friend is telling a funny story, but it's not? That's kind of how I felt watching this. I've had migraines that were funnier than this stand-up performance. Very poor show.
Dude, these are scathing. All right, so I just want to say, like, if it's because she hasn't been stealing jokes, then good on her. You just produced a show without stealing jokes. At the same time, it's kind of a shitty show, apparently.
She is
But,
awful. Netflix had better find a way to refund the last 56 minutes of my life.
I'm proud of you for trying. Theoretically, I haven't actually watched it, and I don't know if you've stolen any jokes for it, but like theoretically, I'm proud of you for not stealing jokes for this.
But it just proves that you're awful.
I mean, I guess. I don't watch Amy Schumer. I don't really care.
5.
Outrage as Brazilian football club signs goalkeeper whose girlfriend's body was fed to dogs after he ordered her torture and murder.
This is submitted by Weibo31 to our news.
So, you know those stories that you're just like, whoa, what?
Yeah, literally just happened, bruh.
Yeah.
Rewind. No, we don't actually have that feature yet.
There's things that happen in the world that we might not always be completely aware of, and found one. So, 7 years ago, this guy, this douchebag, he was married, and then he went to
being the operative word.
He went to a sex party, which I guess is very common for football players. Football being soccer.
It's common for I feel like sports player or sports people in general.
Sports ball.
Like that's how John Cena met his wife. No, that's how Daniel Bryan met his wife. I'm sorry.
Okay. So anyway, he got involved with this girl. She got pregnant because that's what happens when, you put the thing in the hole and then, things happen.
And you don't have any skins of lamb around?
Well, he did say he used a condom, but apparently it split. Anyway, he tried to...
Just like him.
He insisted that she have an abortion. She refused, especially because he was already at the time a very well-paid soccer player. And she's like, hey, baby daddy. Anyway, so she gave birth in February 2010 to a little boy. And then just a little bit later, she was lured so she was trying to get child support and stuff for, this kid. That's his. They even did a DNA test proving that it was his. A little bit later, she was lured with her son into a car that said that, he's tired of fighting you on this. He's going to set you up in a house and, you'll be taken care of if you'll just leave him the fuck alone. Cool. Gets in the car, gets pistol whipped.
Yeah.
Literally gets pistol whipped like a goddamn Bond movie, driven to his apartment where she is tied to a chair and her son is tied to a chair and she is tortured in front of him for 6 days before being choked to death with a tie, cut into pieces, and fed to the soccer player's Rottweilers. They then drop the little boy off in a favela, the massive patchwork house constructions that are in South America. And then he just tries to go on with his life. So he gets caught. He gets caught. And he's like, no, this didn't happen. That didn't happen. She just abandoned the kid and disappeared. Well, then he later is like, okay, yeah, she's dead. Did you order to have her killed? No, of course not. I don't know what happened. Yeah, okay, I paid 8,000 pounds to have her killed. Yeah. So he was sentenced to 22 years, but due to a technicality that his lawyers found, he was able to get out of jail after 7 years, and immediately after walking out of jail, he was signed onto a soccer team.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and everyone is like, no, you do not give him a job. You give that guy a bullet. Like...
He kind of just fed someone to some people's dogs, Ramsay Bolton style. Like
it was his own dogs.
Okay, so yeah, his own dogs, Ramsay Bolton style. Like it's fucked up. People feed people to dogs.
It's just fucked up. Actually, just there is nothing past that. So that's fucked up, and let's move on from that. Cause
that reminds me of the pretty guy, the pretty felon who got out and got a job modeling immediately.
Oh?
Yeah, there's like this guy who was going to jail on a felony. I don't remember what it was, but his when they took the picture for him, he was super pretty looking, and it got online. And when he got out, he got a couple messages from modeling people, and now he's a modeler, a male model.
All right.
Yeah.
Helps to be pretty, I guess.
4.
Chrome 57 will throttle background tabs to save energy.
This was submitted by Pyluck to our technology.
So Chrome 5757 is just the update number. I mean, it's, whenever you see the version number, Chrome 57, that's just version 57. Chrome, currently, if you use it, you probably know that it uses a shitload of your computer's power. Like, it just eats the shit out of your computer because it uses a lot of RAM because it keeps every tab open as though it were its own browser window getting dedicated support. This causes a lot of people to not use Chrome because it just devours your computer's ability to do anything. Next update, which is supposed to come out in the next few days, will change that. Any tab that you are not currently looking at after it's like a minute will then be throttled down and put in a low power status where it won't use as much RAM, won't use as much energy, and should just be more efficient overall.
Thank you, Odin.
So long overdue. Like... Even saying it's overdue is incorrect. This should have been done years ago.
That's why a lot of people use Firefox.
Yeah, it's true.
Because it's fucking great.
Yeah,
I used to use Firefox, not on this computer though.
I use Chrome because Chrome interacts with all of Google's stuff really well, like YouTube and
Oh,
Google
it's
Docs.
almost as if it was.
Made by the same people. Yeah, I know, but they're like the functionality is there that just isn't in Firefox, and it's getting even worse now because Firefox doesn't support add-ons anymore. It doesn't support It doesn't support plugins. I mean,
Oh,
so a lot of the stuff doesn't function anymore.
that's really unfortunate.
Yep.
3,
U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis says climate change is already destabilizing the world.
This is submitted by God, I'm bored to our world news.
Why are you so bored, bro? Anyway,
Actually not,
so
but-
the U.S. Secretary of Defense James Mad Dog Mattis, previous general for the United States Marine Corps, has taken a stance that is very different compared to the rest of the Trump administration, of those that have been put into their place by the Trump administration, and he's saying that climate change is something that is very important, although his reasoning behind it is different than others. I mean, scientists are like, we're gonna lose this species and stuff like that because of the climate change, and he's like, this actually poses a strategic defense threat to our country because of climate change. And it's like, you know what? If that's what it takes, fucking sure. I don't care. Just make climate change a recognized thing. If you want to take it the route of it's causing defense threats, fine. Basically what he's saying is that because of the changes in climate and how it's affecting...
Because we're going to lose Florida?
No, it's more of like it's affecting ocean currents, which affect, travel routes. The idea of that the polar ice caps not the polar ice caps, the permafrost up in the Arctic Ocean is disappearing or stays melted longer. It means it's easier to sneak stuff through there, which just creates more and more places that it's easy to move weapons and stuff through, which makes it more difficult to defend ourselves.
Yeah, Russia could just go straight over the top.
Yeah, well, I mean, they could just float over the channel, so...
I mean, we could see them from a back door.
Well, I mean, it'll just be like when we assaulted Japan. They'll just start at the, the end of the islands and just hop their way over.
Except we had a much longer distance to cover to get to Japan.
It's true, and in reality, if Russia wanted to assault us, they would just, send a missile the 45 miles it takes to...
Yeah, Kamchatka area of Russia is really, really close to, like what, Nome? No, not Nome. Yeah, Nome. Right?
Yeah, there's a couple places. I mean, really, they'd want to hit Fairbanks and Anchorage, which are a lot farther of a shot, so...
What's that sound called, though? There's, like, that little bit of waterway through. It's like a cape or something.
I don't know.
Puget?
Puget Sound?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Don't know.
I don't think so.
2,
I don't know.
Portland man gathers over 300,000 signatures to remove healthcare subsidies for Congress.
This was submitted by V. Rennie to our news.
So, with the GOP's healthcare bill, the Paul Ryan bill, Trump care, whatever you want to call it, a lot of it is going to be hurting people's pocketbook when it comes to trying to be able to pay for healthcare that you're required to have. And so they're like, you know what? If they want to make it that way, this guy is suggesting, why don't we just make them pay for their health care instead of it being paid for by the government through private firms?
Okay.
Yep. Once it hits 500,000 signatures, which it looks like it quickly will, they'll be delivering it to President Trump, Paul Ryan, and U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders.
I like it.
Yep. He doesn't expect anything to come of it because it baffles me that the legislature makes the rules that affect themselves. They are the ones who vote on their own paychecks, that vote for if they get health care and who pays for it. They're the ones that vote for everything that affects them. You know how many things that I would say I got if I got to choose?
Everything?
Like, every time, yeah, right? It's like, hey, guys, who wants a raise? Oh, I do. I want one. Okay, so unanimous vote, we all get a raise this year? Yes, yeah, okay. However, that does mean that there's more money coming out of the state that we need to figure out how to pay for. So, all in favor of just cutting other people's jobs? Yeah, yep, doesn't affect me. I don't care. Like,
People are selfish, yo.
Yeah, no, they totally are, and that's why they shouldn't get to make those decisions, because of course you're going to choose the things that benefit you. So anyone want to put us further in debt, but all of us get really new shiny offices that have like 3 rooms per office? Fuck yeah, I want a nice office. Hell yeah. Like,
That's like apartment, dude.
yeah, no, it totally is. Like, I don't understand why why it works that way.
My office is not an office. It is like it's connected to like 3 other tables. It's like a small room, and I get a tiny computer that I have to make sure that I don't push my seat back far enough because I can bump into the person behind me.
Nice work.
God, I want an office with 3 rooms.
I'd like an office
Like, go
with
to
1
sleep.
room. Like,
That's fair.
I would like, seriously, I don't even care if it doesn't have a window in it. Give me an office with a door.
I'm kind of hoping that in a couple of years I'll be able to have enough experience that I'll be able to work as the assistant to a judge.
Yeah, sure.
Because if I
Judicial
do
assistant?
that, then I can be potentially up all the way up to the 6th floor, and I fucking love that view.
Yep. Do it, son. I will say those positions open very rarely.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I have to wait for someone to die.
yeah, it's like, because the people that get them, they normally keep them.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, they're pretty highly sought after positions, but they can get there.
1.
Disney refuses to cut gay moment from Beauty and the Beast for Malaysia and pulls it from movie theaters.
This was submitted by Dory Lukey to Our Movies.
So, it's already been talked about a lot. There is a gay character in Beauty and the Beast. We don't know much past that, besides that there is like a 4.5 minute scene that is a purely gay moment, is how it was described. And Malaysian screeners put a PG-13 rating on the film if they cut that section, because homosexuality is completely illegal in Malaysia right now. And they said, you know what, cut that moment out for us, we'll put it at PG-13, we'll put it in our theaters. And Disney said, no. You can air it the way it is, or you can not air it at all. And Malaysia's like, well, we're not going to air it then if you don't take that out. And Disney went, fine, fuck you, whatever, don't care.
This is where we need Derek Zoolander.
4?
To kill the Malaysian Prime Minister!
I haven't seen the movie, so it's lost on me.
That's right, you're the worst!
You're not wrong.
He doesn't actually kill the Malaysian Prime Minister. Spoiler from a movie that's like fucking 15 years old.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't care. We talked about... wasn't it yesterday we talked about Ben Stiller?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I totally forgot that you said you hadn't seen Zoolander.
Well, either way, I do want to see Beauty and the Beast.
Don't do it.
Doesn't
when
it
you want.
come out tomorrow?
What?
Doesn't Beauty and the Beast come out tomorrow?
Oh. I thought we were talking about Zoolander for a second.
No.
I was like, Zoolander's been out.
Beauty and the Beast, tomorrow night, right?
I think so.
Cool, I'm ready. I
Oh,
probably
you know what's more important than that?
What?
In 2 days,
Wait, should I press...
get Iron Fist.
What's up, Doc?
What comes out in 2 days?
Oh, Iron Fist.
Oh, okay.
Though, actually, there's been a lot of people who've got to watch it early, and they say it's not very great.
Well, you can be the judge of that as you power through it nonstop this weekend.
Yeah, you damn right I'm going to power through it nonstop.
Because there's probably, 8
Um,
episodes?
10.
How many
usually.
episodes was there in Luke Cage?
I want to say there was about 13,
Then there's probably 13 in Iron Fist.
probably. Anyways, my thing of the day, right? There's a lot of things that happened today. For one, Trump's second travel ban got blocked by a U.S. judge.
Yeah, dude.
And it was in Hawaii. 2, I learned what an idiot plot is, and that's fucking awesome.
What is an idiot plot?
It's a term that was popularized by film critic Roger Ebert, who defines it as any plot containing problems that would be solved instantly if all of the characters were not idiots.
Okay, sure. That's widespread.
Oh, easily. But I think the thing that mattered to me today was the guy getting kicked out, the crazy guy.
So
I
me.
work at the courthouse in Anchorage, and there's this guy that comes in every now and then. But he'll stay the entire day, and he'll try and file stuff, but he won't actually produce any papers. He'll just make you make a bunch of copies because he's got a fee waiver. Spooky ghost.
Sure. Go ahead anyway.
So he did something today. I'm not quite sure. He was in another room when he did it, but it caused the state troopers to start following him.
Oh, fun times.
And so he went into the room to file some stuff. They were there, and he started yelling for them to not touch him, and they started grabbing him as he like flippantly tried to brush them away.
Okay.
And they started grabbing him, and he started pushing, so they tackled his ass. And he's like yelling on the ground for security to go get a judge so that the judge can rule this unlawful and stuff, right?
Sure.
And they were like, "Put your arm behind your back." And he's like, "I can't. You broke my fucking arm." And
of course
his arm
I did.
was not broken. But the thing that got me though was that as that was happening, I look over and I see the other resident crazy guy dropping off his monthly packet,
Mm-hmm.
and he is staring at what happened.
That could have been me.
And I'm sitting there like, holy actual fuck! I wonder what he's gonna write about this.
Does he write?
Yeah, dude, the books that he drops off, the thick
Oh.
ones, he handwrites all of those.
Does he keep a copy, or is he just like give them the originals to you?
He has like 4 or 5 copies that he runs around town delivering to certain areas. I took a picture of the cover for this recent one, and it was hilarious because it's titled "United States of America Communist Supervillains."
I'm listening.
These are the bullet points. 2 missed parents, John and Maureen blank, kidnapper murdered by USA. USA blocks IRS taxes 2016 from pickup. USA sets up phone conspiracy to stop payments. Unsecured income by USA for criminal entrapment to kidnap. USA prepares body for early death murder. Complete Google fraud by USA controls information and phone. Request help for the murder of blank in progress. USA calls and blank is himself.
Okay.
USA calls self profanity, tells hit people, kill people, brain dizzy spin. No rest at court security. Push through.
Brain
fraud.
dizzy spin. That sounds like just 3 fucking random words out of a hat. Like
That's all right. In one of the things he was talking about, he was talking about drinking a Pepsi and choking on it, and he called it death water.
okay. So if I just like put a Pepsi towards him, would he be like, no?
No, he's actually a normal dude when you're talking to him. He comes up really nicely. He'll politely talk to you. It's just anything that's going on in his head is fucking. It's not.
Woo. All right.
He's a really nice guy. I really like him.
I got 2 things. One
Mm-hmm.
is that, so remember how I told you yesterday about me buying Mass Effect, right? Okay, so interesting thing that I'm not sure if I said yesterday is that with Origin Access, they say you can play it on March 16th, right?
Right.
If you look at the game, it says that the preload date to be able to download it on your computer is March 17th. Isn't EA the best? You want to know what's even better? Mass Effect, while the primary developer is friggin' BioWare, it's produced by EA. Origins is an EA platform,
Yeah, it is.
and their shit doesn't match. They're
Yeah.
geniuses.
It's EA, dude.
I know,
Why
they're
are
the
you
worst.
giving them money?
So, the other thing... Shit, what was it? Oh, yeah. So, everyone, if you noticed at the beginning here, I mentioned that Nathan's on Hangouts, which is also eating my goddamn RAM like none other. Of course, Skype did too, but this one's eating it just a little bit more, which sucks because I don't have not my RAM, my CPU. Anyway, Skype forced an update yesterday. Actually, okay, wrong. Technically it forced an update. It's like 11:15 at night. I'm talking to Tony while I'm getting the show posted and stuff, and Skype just shuts down. And it's like, you need to update. And I was like, fuck you. And I tried to log back in. It's like, no, we don't support this version of Skype anymore. And it's the only version that works with your podcasting setup. So fuck you and upgrade Skype. And so I upgraded because it didn't give me a choice, and then tried to do like the setup and tried to just test it with Tony. Didn't work whatsoever. Fuck you, Skype. You fucking suck. I hate you.
Congratulations.
No, not congratulations. Fuck that program. Let's get the fuck out of here. Everybody, as I stated, like, I could actually legitimately use some help with upgrading my computer at this point. I'm not.
Well, maybe just pointers on video.
What? Like the video itself?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, what kind of video programs we should use.
Oh,
For, video talking and
yeah.
stuff.
Video chat is what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's the fucking term.
Yeah, Skype Hangouts. There's a bunch of paid ones, but no. Considering I'm about to ask for money to help get the parts so that we can do this without my computer crying. Patreon.com/daily internet, by the way. I appreciate you with the muchness. Otherwise, we'd love to just hear from you. Hear us what you think about the show, about our new video format. If you're watching it on video, you can find the show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, fucking everywhere. Just search I Read It Cast, or I Read It Podcast.
Soon we'll get a Daily Motion account going on. You know?
God, please no. I don't want
I'll
one.
maintain it.
Okay. Otherwise,
Kidding.
though, you can send us some feedback by leaving us a review on any podcasting platform, whether that is iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or whatever else you're listening to us on. Send us an email to our inbox, which is feedback.ireadit@gmail.com, or call and leave us a voicemail at 508-738-2278. Kevin McLeod does our music at incompetech.com. And that is it, everybody. That is your 255th dose of the internet. I am Michael Schwan.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
Have a good day, everyone.
Goodbye.